little group of awesome. This is a group of friends who are across the pond from each other. The internet connects us, as does a love of small press tabletop role-playing games. We are going to give a shot to a newer release from Magpie Games. As you know, we're like Magpie lovers here. It is called Zombie World. So Zombie World, I've got it open up. It's a card-based RPG about zombies that is powered by the apocalypse. And this is one of the coolest designs for an RPG I have seen in a very long time. I'm really, really excited about this kind of design. The fact that you've got cards, it makes it eminently portable. The play mats are actually dry erase, so you come with a little dry erase pen. That's probably going to last me like 3 months, like for real, if I keep it that long. But that's okay because they're really cheap to get these. Because I've just recently went school supply buying for the 13-year-old who's going into 8th grade, so I'm well aware of how many dry erase markers there are out in the world. The book for Zombie World with the moves is this big. You would think, oh, it's a simple game. Well, it's not. This is a very elegantly designed game. They've made a lot of hard decisions about ways to compress it so that it can fit in the box, really. Instead of games like, oh, let's see, let's find masks. Instead of games like this, I can't get that in a box. That is a box. This goes in a box. Does not make too many assumptions from like thinking that you've already run a PBTA game. I'm sure there's a wealth of GMing advice that could be added, but I do think this game is well designed and enough to get most folks started. Now, Alex, you have been playing Zombie World. You've played a few sessions already. You want to talk a little bit about? Talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I've played it one-on-one with my wife, then with my wife and a friend, and then with my wife and 3 others who'd never played a role-playing game at all, ever. 2 of those were people who had probably never even thought of, like, that's something I want to try. One had seen some YouTube stuff, their teenage son. So, and it went surprisingly well. A really quick setup, and it's powered by the apocalypse. It's, say what we're going to do, and you do it.
Nice. Thanks for that. So this will be the first time that I'm running Zombie World. I had the fortune to play Zombie World a couple of different times. Originally, I played it back when the game was in early development. They were using regular deck of playing cards. I played a version at a different Origins where the thought was that there would be an app, and the app would like key into how things would work. And now they have custom decks of cards that come in the box, and lucky for us, they also have happen to have a Roll20 app, and that's what we're going to be using. So Roll20 allows us to be able to have the cards and all that good stuff, and that's what we'll be doing. As Jen is kind of the super smart member of the team, making an app turns out it's a little challenging. It can be difficult. I'm sure it is. I wouldn't know. Cool. So I'm going to start with a screen share. But first, I've already spoken with Alex. Tyler, how are you doing this afternoon? How's everything going, man?
Doing very well. Everything going pretty swell.
Cool. And before we clicked on, you said that you haven't played Zombie World, but Patrick, your husband's been reading up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. And it looks super neat. I mean, what little I've heard, it seems like it's going to be fantastic. I like the deadliness of it.
Yeah. And what's funny is, and this reminds me of a conversation I had with somebody about Dread, the game Dread from Epidai Ravachol, is in Dread, when you play with the Jenga tower, when the tower falls, your character's dead right that moment or going out really, really fast. And my friend Scott, who really had never played an indie game before, he was like, well, once you die, what do you do? And I was like, you watch? You know what I mean? you enjoy the experience. It's a one shot, but with Zombie World, like just deal in and play somebody else, and we'll see how quick it is to make a character. Jen, how are you doing this afternoon?
You say afternoon. I'm not awake yet.
That's right. You're just 1 hour behind me. It's not afternoon yet. That's true, technically true. Okay, sorry. Sorry. All right, well, you can have brains for breakfast. Come on. Let's jump to sharing some screens, and we will start making characters here. All right. I'm going to click a button and make the zombie world come up. Oh, StreamYard has a cool thing with sharing. I really like that. So I've got this struck down just so everybody can see everything, and then I've cheated and put the Game Master moves over here for me. And I had that because I thought I needed to get the invite, but anyway, I don't. All right. So this is a demo version of the Roll20 app. It's not the full thing. The full thing is available for purchase right now. I'm just using this one because it has everything I need to kind of play the game with you guys. But I highly recommend checking it out. You can get access to it from the Magpie Games store. And so we're going to go with the Enclave of the hospital. Why? Because that's the one that's already set up. Oh, should I show one of the physical play sheets? All right, I'll do that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I meant more to have one in front of you rather than having to have another tab.
Oh.
But show them.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll unshare and go back to this version. And this is make it so you can actually see things. This is a whole character sheet. That is a character sheet. That's your whole character. You put cards up here, either flipped over or unrevealed. Only to you know the information. You fill in some stats. You put in your character information. You got a few cool statistics in there, and that's really all you need. The basic moves are another card that will be held out, or they're enough where everybody can have one on the table with them. And those are the basic moves, but this is the scary part. There's also, let me find the zombie moves. Zombie moves, where are you?
Dude, they're literally on the other side of the basic moves sheet.
Aha! Zombie moves. Okay.
You turn it over.
I was like, I knew I need to flip it over. I just couldn't remember which one I'd flip over. Anyway, the zombie moves are on the flip side of the basic moves, and those are the terrifying ones where you draw from the bite deck. So named because it's about getting bitten by zombies. Because when things go bad, it's because zombies. Cool. So let's work through this. The cool thing about this, it walks you through what you need to do. Step 1, create your enclave. The enclave we are going to use for today's session is the hospital. And so once we know a little bit about our enclave, or know what we are going to use, then I will, if this were physical, all this is descriptions are based around the idea of you being at a table, which we're not. So I am going to go alphabetically by first name. So it will be Alex, Jen, Tyler. So Alex, you get the opportunity to take a look at the checklist card. Where is our? There it is. I'm going to blow this up a little bit now. And so we're going to go around in turns between the two of you, three of you. I don't know why I said 3. Oh, I do know, because we need to get 2 of each thing. So we're going to pass the checklist card back and forth. Alex, Jen, Tyler, Jen, Alex, in snake order back and forth until we have chosen a total of 2 scarcities, 2 surroundings, 2 population, and 2 advantages. So, Alex, you get to choose first. We start with security and a group of surviving patients, and in case folks didn't have a chance. So you've got a medical facilities move that allows you to draw from the survival deck. I don't have that currently out here because we're in character creation. And then the lost ward, we need to dispose of the dead by putting them into the secure zombie infested locked up parts of the hospital. You draw survival instead of savagery. So that's a good thing.
Okay. I'm going to go for one of the surroundings, and I think a fortified police station sounds real bad to have nearby.
Okay.
This is not our fortified police station.
Yeah, that does seem like a thing that would be a problem. So let's. Oh, come on, man. All right, so I have to cheat a little bit, but that's what I'm gonna do. Aha! Oh man, didn't go where I wanted.
I'm assuming that means.
Oh, it's I've got snapped grid gone. That I got to turn that off. Map layer. I don't know. Crapping. I'm not very good with this.
Would it be?
It's almost as if it's not designed to be usable.
I know.
Funny how that works.
Oh, dang it. Okay, freehand? Maybe I'll just
no comment.
Haha, freehand. I have beaten you, technology. Die. Okay. Sweet. Next is Jen. Jen, what do you choose?
I think we have an expert doctor. You're welcome, everybody.
All right. Expert doctor. Of course, that expert doctor's going to be interesting. So we've got fortified police station. Freehand, so much better. Good job. Okay. Expert doctor in our population. Tyler, what would you like?
And we don't pick advantages. It's just scarcity.
Yeah, no, you can. No,
it's all
we're going to get 2 of each. So anything from the checklist that you want.
Yeah. So we need 2 more scarcities, 1 more surrounding in population, and 2 advantages.
All right. I think I'm going to take generators for an advantage.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to pause before we circle back around and start asking a few questions. And again, this may be what you have heard. Alex, on the fortified police station. So the fortified police station, have you heard or are there rumors of activity in that police station? Or
there's patrols that come out occasionally. And not exactly what they're doing, but they do little patrols of the city. We've heard gunfire.
Cool. That's great. And then Jen, expert doctor. What is the most odious thing about this expert doctor? Is it a personal habit? Is it an aspect of their physiology? Is it some kind of stigma related or something they've done in the past that people have become aware of?
They're a surgeon, and they're used to an easy life with a lot of money at their disposal. They're like middle-aged, so they've already paid off their student loans, and they don't understand how younger doctors can complain so much about not making enough money.
Nice. I like it.
So basically, if the doctor had even half a chance, they would be out of here in their BMW.
Yeah, I clock you. I hear what you're saying. Awesome. Tyler, you took generators as an advantage. Are these gas-powered generators that are located in the bowels of the hospital, or are they solar-powered generators up on the roof of the hospital?
I think they're gas-powered. It would be more convenient if they were solar, but I think that it's gas.
All right. Thank you. Now you get to choose again, Tyler. So what would you choose next?
I think for surroundings, I like a bay or harbor.
A bay or harbor. Cool. And so in this bay or harbor, are there numerous boats that can be seen from certain parts of the hospital, or is it a relatively empty bay or harbor?
I think I think it was fairly busy, but my guess is when the incursion happened, a lot of people tried to rush there. So we may see like boats that left the dock and then something happened to them, so they're kind of arrayed out in the water, and there's fewer at the dock, more kind of floating out beyond.
Ooh, strewn like pebbles across across a hardwood floor
with occasional movement on there.
I like it. That is cool. Jen, what would you choose next?
We've got a scarcity of weapons.
Whew. Scarcity of weapons. All right. So with a scarcity of weapons, do you have, say, firearms that are low on ammo, or is the scarcity of weapons just that you only have hand weapons primarily?
I mean, is that really the only choices we've got?
I will have to look to see. I just don't think it.
I
I think it could be
imagine-
defined how we.
Like
Well,
maybe we have like one pistol from one of the security guards, and maybe the emergency axes, like one from each floor, kind of a deal.
Okay.
Some knives from a canteen.
Some knives from a
Scalpels,
canteen,
you know.
scalpels.
Yeah.
They aren't good weapons.
But
Maybe one of the
this whole
patients has an oxygen tank that's
clubbing.
empty and just sort of become their lucky charm.
Oh God, that's so terrifyingly awesome. Good. I'm glad I asked that question. Good. Thank you, Jen. Alex.
Oh, okay. I was going to choose weapons, so I think I'm going to choose an advantage.
I was torn between choosing the weapons thing or an advantage. I won't say which because I don't want to spoil you.
Yeah. I like all of them.
All right, fuck it.
I'm saying we've got a helicopter.
Oh.
Because how can that go wrong?
Nice.
It's basically foolproof helicopters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anybody can fly those.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, what was it?
definitely
A weekend of training?
Oh
manual?
yeah. No.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Cool. So we have everything chosen then. That's everything, right? Yeah.
I think
Two
it's
of each.
two on top of whatever's already
Oh,
picked.
I thought the pre-checked was.
I think you have to you choose because you choose 8 options.
Yeah, it's two new scarcities. You're right.
Yeah. So we need
Cool.
one more scarcity, one more population.
One more scarcity, one more population. Awesome. So Alex, since we've been double tapping back and forth, you get to go again, and then Jen will finish us up.
Yeah. And I'll just add that it's obviously a air ambulance helicopter.
Oh yeah.
A small group of police.
Oh, are they from the police station, or do they claim to be?
Well, I mean, they claim to be.
Okay.
But they've not been to it, but we've seen. So, I mean, I don't know who fortified the police station. So,
But you have a scarcity of weapons. Interesting.
Maybe they have weapons. They're not sharing.
Pistol's not much use without bullets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. I like it a lot.
And you can't really pepper spray a zombie. Or you can, but just to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Love it. Jen, what do you want to choose for our last scarcity?
Suburban comforts.
Oh. What are one or two of the suburban comforts that are most prized because they actually are here? Which is one that you think first comes to mind? We will probably explore a few others as we go.
So the hospital, sort of a square donut shape, right? And in the center of that donut, there's a little grassy, sunny park. There are a couple trees.
So we get to actually be out in the open without imminent danger.
Right. Without being at hella risk. And then another suburban comfort in sort of the lobby check-in area. A lot of it's barricaded off now, of course, but there's still this sort of atrium with a mezzanine and a coffee shop. And people really like just gathering for coffee. And just enjoying the extreme normalcy of sitting on a bench, or a small seat at a cushion and a small table and just drinking some coffee. Except now you actually talk to somebody next to you. Probably about zombies. But,
except for that one guy who's sitting there with a coffee. He has his phone that has no power.
Just staring longingly.
And there's also that guy. No, he's not pretending with his phone. He's got a copy of Infinite Jest, and nobody's talking to him.
Nice. That was very interesting. Now, the last, so we passed the checklist around. Finally, we give the Enclave a name. Oh, where does it go? I think there's a point where I can actually write the name, but I think it goes here.
Yeah, in the Enclave thing.
By
the way,
writing all that stuff
one of the things we get is like how we've got those 2 hospital moves. Each of those advantages will give us a card with a move on.
Thank you.
You can access.
So let us name our hospital.
Are we going with something like Saint something, or
how about Saint Lazarus?
That's too good not to use.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to call Not It for this because I'm from Lansing, Lansing is I feel like mapped out in the far future by like 2050 or so. Lansing's just all going to be Sparrow Hospital. So whenever somebody's like, name a hospital, you depend on it for your life, I'm like, Sparrow.
Oh, usually Sparrow Hospital because it's always Sparrow Hospital.
Or like, I ran a Lansing themed game of Gamma World ages ago, and Lancer's song was home to the Sparrow Megaplex, and it was just this giant arcology.
Fun.
Ringed by our local bus lines, which are sentient now. And
sentient bus lines?
Yeah.
Because they're AI? The buses were or something?
They self-driving ones?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's awesome. Cool. So just because of the problems of messing with population surroundings, I will circle back in and fill out that data later. Let's move on to creating our survivors. Each player gets your own survivor playmat and copy of the basic moves. The basic moves, you take a look, they are right here under the playmats. Take a look on the right-hand side there. If you click this little journal button, but we do have playmats down here for you, friends. We are going to go ahead and make this a little easier to see. There we go. So you can see here, I've shown it earlier, you have 4 stats: savagery, soul, steel, and survival. You have your character name, your allies, and some moves that are already in there. You'll have a past, present, and trauma. So the GM is going to deal the following identity cards to each player. 1 past, that is who you were before Z-Day. The past is something that you will keep secret, but you can reveal if you so wish. So I'm going to deal.
I think the past, isn't it? The past is the one where it will give you an action. It'll say to reveal it, do this.
Yes, exactly. So the past and trauma cards will be kept face down. The player receives them, may look at them, but should otherwise keep them secret. Nobody, not even I, knows who you were, and nobody knows how you cope except for you, at least to start. So I'm going to deal 1 card to all players.
So this one is an action that you can do to reveal it, to get the bonus.
And then and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you guys as a little dealy. I have past, and I'm not playing, I'm just showing you. So if I were a player, I would have the past of being a guard. To reveal this card, you would put on your uniform. That's pretty awesome and dramatic. While revealed, you draw +1, which means 1 more card. That's very important when you try to physically restrain or block someone. And then there's a little bit of flavor text at the bottom. So if I were a player, that would be my thing, and then I would put that, here. But I'm not, so I'm gonna boop, and it's gone. So each of you guys will now have that, and now I get to deal a trauma to each of you.
The trauma one you can actually reveal whenever you want.
Yep.
To get a bonus.
Thank you. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't think there's any special.
There's no action to.
For example, cold. So while revealed, and again, at any point I can reveal it. You can't unreveal it. Is once it's revealed, you're revealed. You cannot open up to anyone, and no one can open up to you. Draw +2 to commit violence against a vulnerable target. Harsh, but you're really good at taking down somebody when they're weak. Then, so now it's trauma, and so I would just drop that there. But I'm not gonna, because it's not my character. So let's say that Alex, you'll be up here. Jen, you can be there, and Tyler there. Does that work for everybody?
So I'm top left.
You're top left. Yeah. Jen, you're top right, and Tyler.
Can I drag my trauma into? No.
I think you just click it, and it, like, if you drag it off of your little hand palette, it should show up here as face down.
Yep.
There you go. You can just draw it there. Just the thing is, though, like, be careful, because you may accidentally reveal it. And if and again, your character's not going to last that long, so I'm not going to freak out if you accidentally flip it. Cool. And so 2 presents, present. These will be face up. So each player will choose one of the 2 presents to put into play face up and discards the other. So you get a choice here. It's almost like character creation. I ran out of cards. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just deal two to each of you one by one. It might be that I am causing a problem, so I'll just deal 2 cards to Alex.
All right, I mean, I've got 2, so
Oh,
it's just
so all right.
because you have 2. So if you discard yours,
let's see if I can give them to Jen. All right. So just accept that trade, Jen. You get those cards, and you'll have cards. All right. Cool. So, awesome. So once you got that decided, it looks like you went down one more. Here we go. I'll move you there. Cool. Where's your past at, Tyler?
Let's see here. I've got my past, but I don't have any present cards.
Oh, okay. Let's try dealing 2 to you. I may have accidentally dealt 2. Oh, man. Poop on a stick. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to recall in deck.
shit. What have I just done?
I think I screwed up. That is something to keep in mind. So I'm going to redo. I apologize. So what? Okay.
I lost some of my cards. I clicked on them and then selected bottom or something, and then they just disappeared off the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I just recalled them.
Oh, okay. Good. That's what.
In hopes of shuffle. Okay. So let me try dealing.
I lost my cards, by the way.
Yeah, I think I recalled everybody's in an attempt to try to fix so Tyler actually got some cards.
Yeah, everyone else has got theirs along the either. Okay, yeah, there.
Oh, something to be mindful of. All right, cool. 2 to you. Apologize for the little confusion, friends. All right. Did you get 2 cards, Jen?
No, she hasn't got 2 cards.
What the poop?
I totally didn't. Also, I had just made my choice, and the cards disappeared, and I was like, "Fuck." Well, great.
All right, there we go.
Well, give me the negotiator card because I fucking want it.
Okay, well, if you're a negotiator, then I'll just deal everything else to me and then trade it to you.
Cool.
I do not have a negotiator card, so it's not.
All right. I don't think I have it. Somebody have a negotiator? Tyler,
do you?
Did I get
Was it called a mediator?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have it either.
Okay, it's yours. Let's.
Cool.
There you go. Can I have another one?
Absolutely. You know what? There you go.
dork. Screwed up.
There we go. No, I'm accepting whatever. Let's see what I've got.
Whatever. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, and if that one isn't fun, Alex, here.
Okay. I have all the cards.
I think that one's fun as hell, but.
I could deal a new one to you if you don't like it. I've got. No. Recall. On table. No. In player's hands. No. Oh my god, this is frustrating.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
So how do I look at a card that's face down on my part of the tableau? Do I just never get to look at my card again?
That's the problem.
I think you have to draw it.
Also,
you have to click on it and go back to my hand. So it's maybe best to just keep everything in your hand. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah, so just Tyler, you just grabbed yours and dragged it back into your hand? That worked okay for you, right?
Yeah, right click on it, it'll say take card, it'll
fun. In your hand. Cool. So for now, I am going to hide those decks because I think everybody is good. So,
and we reveal present. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. And that's the present is the blood, the skull with the blood over a planet. I've got some really good choices. Oh.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go on with slightly. I'm gonna try not to make it goofy, but I'm gonna go with it.
hell?
Okay.
Wow.
How do I? Right. Oh, how do I get? Not this one. Okay, take that. Oh, I took. Sorry, I took the generator card.
Well, that's okay. I was just putting that out there because you guys have it. So,
Why is Roll20 so bad, you guys?
because it's the best thing out there. I don't know. It doesn't need to try hard because
You mean
I
it's the
want it
only
to be
thing
so
out there?
good.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I too am going to be using freehand to solve this stupid.
Let me see if I
How
can
do I put
change snap
something
to
in
grid.
place?
Oh wait, how do I get rid of these cards that I've got extra cards?
Oh, what I did was I just dragged it out onto the table, clicked on it once, and hit the delete button.
Okay.
Advanced dice, chat avatars, sort token actions, animated graphics. There's a thing about snap to grid that if I can turn it off, then we should be able to just type. So let me check that. I'm still looking.
Yeah. Oh, so snap to grid snaps to a grid that doesn't align to the parts we're actually using?
Exactly.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
super.
it's a grid that's underneath everything.
Ooh, worth money. Good.
So much hate.
I in fact hate it.
Okay, I think I just stole somebody's card. There we go. I'll put it back.
Oh my God.
I've lost one of my things.
Oh no.
I don't know where it's gone. I've got trauma, but I don't have a past.
You don't have a pass? Is it down here? Is this it?
No, I think that's one of the advantages.
Oh.
That's the generators, isn't it?
This is awesome. I feel like such a doof. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna move generators over here so we remember we have it. Oh, look at that! Jen is like plus. Jen. The thing is, if I were skilled with Roll20, you guys wouldn't even notice these things. You'd be like, "Oh, this is perfect." Beam acid.
How do I bring pictures to this?
Oh, I see what I did. I deleted the wrong. I drew out 3 cards and deleted 2 of them, thinking 2 of them were my presents.
What do you need? 3. What do you need back? You need a present.
I need a past. Oh, do I remember what my past was? It was. Oh, okay. I have to check what my trauma is. Yeah, I do. I'll send it to you in Google Chat so you can give me that because I think I want that back.
Okay. Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
So I want that.
All right. Let me deal these privately to myself. All right. Don't anybody look on the screen. Here, I'm going to unshare. Stop sharing. All right, there we go. Now it's all secret and.
So, just send it to me when you.
Yep, I'm working on it. I'll just take a sec.
Okay, I need to give.
It's not. It didn't do what I thought it would do. Okay.
Okay, I need to give myself some stats.
All right, hold on a sec here. All right, recall. Unplayed. I am going to recall pasts. You guys have Prophet, Mediator, and Survivor for President. No, I'm not going to do that. That seems like a really bad idea. Because when I looked at the 11 cards that I have,
Hey, we're missing Tyler in the broadcast.
Oh, I had to drop
yeah.
my phone.
And
Thanks.
He's back. How do you delete freehand stuff?
I just click. I go up here to select
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
Okay,
Click on
got
it and then hit the delete button.
Yeah, I just want. Oh, I can swap them around.
I am not seeing the thing you sent to me. So guess what?
It's in a Google chat.
Yeah, no. I know what you need.
Oh,
I dealt all the cards that were in the deck to me. I think by deleting it, it's no longer in the deck somehow, and I don't understand what the deal is with that. But like, if I recall, I could recall. But my fear is,
yeah. Give me a new thing. As cool as what it was, just give me something new.
Well, the other thing is, I trust you. You can go get your physical card.
Okay, I will
physically reveal it when it comes dramatically.
Okay, I'll do that because and that was my past. Okay, let's find this. There's so many past cards though.
There's 16, unless you mix
whatever
other stuff.
There's this many because I've got all the Kickstarter stuff and expansions.
Yeah, so you're
more than 16.
You're going.
It'll be fine.
All right, that was a whole lot of work. I am so sorry, guys.
That's not on you.
I'm still sorry.
I got it.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna recall the past deck. Hide. We currently have the advantages. I'm gonna hide those. All right, so we have our relationships, the bite deck, and the survivor deck. Cool. Okay, so it looks like Alex is a prophet. That's awesome. And Jen is a mediator, and Tyler is playing a survivor. I'm going to be adding a picture to our thing so that Jen has access to it. It's so awesome that it must happen. So let me grab that real quick. All right, and now I'm going to add that to our art gallery. Nope, that's not the button I want to click. Dang it. Here it is. Here it is. My library. Upload. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on just a moment, guys. Apologies. Let me bring that in.
So maybe don't kill our characters, Rich.
I think you're still gonna die, but you'll die with a jacket.
Try to time our character death very strategically.
Right by a break, because this is not a thing that'll come back anytime soon. All right, so Tracy now has an awesome pick, and I'll put this. We'll just put it here near trauma because that's a traumatically awesome jacket. There we go. All right, awesome, good.
Trauma's the name of that jacket brand.
Okay, cool. So each player spends a few minutes choosing a name and appearance for their survivor. Then we'll go around the table and introduce survivors, focusing on physical descriptions, demeanors, and what the other survivors would know. Remember, survivor PCs do not by default know each other's pasts or traumas.
Okay, if I want to drop in a picture, can I just drop it in? Is it just drag in?
Maybe. If not, you can share it with me via Google Chat, and I will upload it. It may not work.
Nope, that didn't work.
Just share.
I just lost my Roll 20. Oh, yeah.
It's back.
Going back. And so many windows. Too many windows.
Fun stuff. At a table, this will be very fast.
Yes.
We are more familiar to roll 20. It will also probably be pretty fast. Although
Yeah.
there's a part of me that just wants to like flip the cards and like do it over Google Drawing, but I'm determined.
No growth without struggle. Skipper. All right.
Yep.
That's my one thing. It's the one time I'm gonna say it like that.
I like the name. I think it's great. Good naming.
I'm gonna take a moment and grab myself more liquid to drink.
I have changed my name a little bit to fit my more Scandinavian surname.
Let's make that a little bigger. That's a tiny picture. I'm gonna increase your font size, sir.
Go for it.
Oh wow, that is definitely.
That is my wife's maiden surname. Maiden name.
Really? That's neat.
Iland.
We are back to sharing. How did you say it? Iland?
Island.
Island. Okay.
Is.
Cool. All right. So once we've introduced characters, then we will deal a fate card between adjacent players. And the relationship side of the fate card will help us learn what the relationship between two survivors is.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, I have 4 allies.
Really?
Yes. And they're all lovely fanatics.
Cool. Still on break, but that is good to know. Survivor, fate, relationship. So I think there's some name differences in what's on Roll20 versus how it's described in the physical book. If there's a fate card described in the physical book, there is no deck of fate cards. There's a relationship thing. I
Well,
think
it's
that's what that
fate
is.
is both the relationship and the
I am back. Sorry
the
about that.
the doodad for starting a session.
Okay, welcome back. That is weird. Okay, cool. So let's have everyone introduce your characters. We will start with Alex.
I'm Rolf Yisland. Do I have a picture? I think I have a picture.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will share that in just a second.
Okay, I have a picture. There we go. I am very Scandinavian looking.
Boy, you are. You are so Scandinavian.
I seem to have a kind of air of command, but I do not talk about my past. That is irrelevant. Only the rapture is relevant now.
The rapture. Oh, you prophet, you.
Mm.
There we go. We've got Rolf of the Rapture. Sweet. Good. And let's see here. I think that's enough. We'll learn more, I'm sure. Jen, tell us about Tracy. You are muted.
All right. I'm playing Tracy. Tracy remains staunchly fashionable in the face of this terrible crisis, but also tries to work herself into what's going on as a mediator because, man, nobody fucking talks to each other anymore, and it's very stupid, actually.
Nice. I like that attitude. I have a definite vibe for Tracy. Thank you. Good work. Tyler, please tell us about Skipper.
So many boxes. Skipper is upbeat. He's a young guy, probably in like mid to early 30s, 20s, sorry. And seems to be making the best of a horrible situation, tries to always be upbeat, but the stress is starting to tell on him. But he's always got a smile, always trying to help people.
Aw, he's going to be the first to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. It was
He's
nice.
a survivor.
All right. Once the survivors have been introduced, which is now, I deal one with a fate card. So I will deal one fate card. So I think the way it's described is I'm going to deal a fate card between two survivors. So I will just deal them to myself and then drop them in between you guys. Sound good? So we've got a relationship here to here, here to here, and here to here. So I'll be dealing myself 3 fate cards. Not bite cartridge, but fate cards. 3, 2, rich, deal. All right. The very first one is between you guys. And then the next one is between you two. And then the last one is between you guys. All right. So let's blow this one up and you guys can talk about it. Boop. Sound effects. You like that? It's free of charge. Okay.
I love the sound effects.
And you know what? They're automatic. They're not even plug and play. They're just play.
Yeah.
All right. Rolf and Tracy, the two of you care about a third member of the Enclave. Why do you feel the need to protect them?
It's got to be Skipper, and it's got to be because look at that cinnamon bun.
Oh, is there a picture of? I missed that there was a picture. Where's the picture?
There's not a picture for Skipper that I know of, but Tyler described Skipper as just always smiling, always upbeat.
Oh yeah,
wants to help people.
Does Rolf agree, or is that you guys have had that conversation and Rolf has not objecting to the idea? Or do you have a different reason for why you wish to protect Skipper?
I feel that kind of, he could be a draw to more people if I could get him, to convert.
Okay. I see. Along a theme. I like it. Tracy and Skipper, the two of you had a brief but intense blow-up. What brought you to conflict?
I don't know. I'm gonna settle this firmly in Tyler's lap here.
Do you think I was something like maybe was being too generous with resources? Maybe it was a sort of thing of my being impractical. I don't want to throw off my survivorness, but is it? I can see me being a little too generous, or it could be something more along in your lines. Let's see. Oh crud! So much stuff to look through.
Well, she's a mediator, so you could have stepped in on one particular side when she was trying to bring them to an agreement because you thought one person was right and the other was wrong.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Or I was trying to, frankly, engage in a little negotiation subterfuge, and you were like, "Oh yeah, we have that easy."
I like that.
And I was just like,
I like that.
I think it's with the cops, right? You were negotiating a thing with the cops to try to help out the rest of the Enclave, and all of a sudden Skipper just bumbled in and revealed a resource that you guys were kind of using as a bargaining chip. Sound good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
For me and Skipper's relationship, it suggests we know each other's past. I mean, I'm not sure what the logistics of sharing each other's past secretly.
Oh yeah, actually, well, how we're going to do it on
could also be pre-past.
Because it says well before Z-Day.
Yeah, which means, and that's even covered here in the rules. If there's a point where it talks about before that you guys can show each other your past cards, maybe you just want to chat privately.
Because I think because I have a reason. Like, I think I'm not utilizing my past for my own reasons.
Okay,
but I can imagine that would cause a problem between us.
Okay.
I would have to show you somehow. I'm not sure how to do the send just directly to someone.
There is a private chat option, isn't there?
Yeah, I can't remember what because it's like something. Okay, no, wait a second.
Let's see. Whisper message.
Yes.
You can. Let's see. There it is.
Oh man, this is where I'm feeling like this game and the translation and me and my knowledge of Roll20 are inadequate. I apologize, but we're working through it.
Okay. Let's see if this will. Well, look away. Just double check I got this right. I think. There we go. I can imagine that seems private to you, Tyler.
Yep.
We can't see it.
So
Alex, answer me one thing. Did you have to bracket my name and did you have to bracket your message, or did you?
I did not do any brackets.
Excellent.
I just put what it showed and then the message after. So I would like to, so I'm going to learn what you are. So I understand why you're extra annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very thrilling to me. Because there's this aspect of play in the game called the Mountain Witch, where you have a card that's supposed to be your dark fate, and the GM doesn't even see it. They have the deck, and they slide a dark fate to each of the player characters. And kind of part of the meta layer of the game, especially for my friend Arnold Cassell, because he ran a lot of Mountain Witch back in the day. He may still roll it. I haven't played with him in a bit, but he loved seeing people play towards their dark fate because you could actually do a little bit of trump with your narrative if you were leaning into your dark fate, and you're supposed to indicate it by putting your hand over the card to kind of say I'm leaning in my dark fate. And he loved, as he's running the game, trying to figure out what people's dark fates were because he'd do it pretty well. Cool. So good.
I do have a picture. How do I get that to you or put it up myself?
Oh, just if you want to send it to me via Slack or via Google Chat, I'll get that uploaded for you.
Just as a link?
Yeah, link works great. I'll download it and then I have to upload it through this. Okay. We got a comment from John Lennon saying this is a waste of time. I apologize, John. We're still having fun. So if you want to go away and come back, that is totally cool with me. No problems. Cool. So we're going to keep rolling on. So we have the relationship well before Z-Day. Why is it strained and distant now? So can you guys tell those of us who are audience why your relationship is strained and distant?
I think it's Skipper knows my past and knows that I'm maybe not contributing what I could be to this community.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing an important job.
Yeah, and I think that I think there's times that I'm like looking towards you and you're not responding, and you can see my frustration at it.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that works through all of our relationships, right?
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. Let's go back to this. All right. I think I can pull the fate back now. And so I'm going to hide that. There. Good. So population deck. This is the allies section of. Why are they all revealed? That's weird. Okay.
Well, I mean, they're going to just be given to.
That's true. All right. After finishing relationships, the GM deals out one population card to each player. This person is a member of the Enclave's population who's become an ally of that player character.
I would like 4, please.
Holy crap. Okay. That's a special function of your...
I have followers.
Okay, cool. All right. And do you have any special bit as a mediator, Jen?
Nope.
I think it's only really the
mediator. It gets me bonus steel, and that's it.
Okay.
And I can clear stress when I talk others out of a conflict between each other.
Well, those are all really useful.
Yeah.
I think I realized why we were running out of cards so bad earlier is primarily that I was dealing cards to Jan. I had not clicked the thing that says do not deal to people who are offline. So that's a thing. Let me deal 1 to Tyler. Tyler, for Skipper, do you have any other? I don't think you have any extra cards you get, right? Okay. All right. Cool. Let me upload that picture you just sent me, and we will have pictures for everyone. Bloop.
Oh, I'm going to chuck these guys.
That's a great question.
I think we might need a bit more space between something.
Yeah. I can make that work. Give me just a moment, and I'll reorient this stuff. Whoop. That's what is even happening.
I love Roll20.
Interesting.
At least there's group selection.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At least we have group selection, friends.
Otherwise, we'd have to
Should I take the
move
right side
every
of my?
every pen stroke on Tracy's name by itself, which won't be a fun time.
Oh,
I just
Oh.
moved somebody over to try to help. Sorry.
um,
And I'm going to move Tyler's stuff a little bit further down.
Q.
so I got a high schooler, a pharmacist, I assume from the hospital,
Makes sense.
a burglar, and you helped me somewhere. So it's a cop. One of the cops is
Follower of your little religion.
Yeah.
That is
yeah.
awesome. Cool. Yeah, so they're all followers. We have Hazel, Virginia, Travis, and Ryan. Cool.
Hmm.
And do we know?
Sorry,
Rich
is
has
Rich frozen? Have I frozen?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I think it's just Rich. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I can absolutely see how this game is just lightning fast in person.
Oh yeah.
it's like just do. This doesn't get revealed. This can be revealed if you do the thing.
When y'all got rid of your extra present, what'd you do?
I dragged it onto the screen, then I clicked on it, and then I pressed delete on the keyboard.
Thank you.
And that's when I accidentally deleted my present.
Ah. Okay, well, hopefully I won't do that.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't give me an option to delete it.
okay. What have you guys got with your ally? Do you have allies? Did
I
you get around
get
to?
an
Or...
ally yet.
I think I
You've got
see
one in your the hand thing just above your icon.
Oh, that's a little weird. Oh,
A bouncer.
Yeah, I got Demetrius Nation, a bouncer. He's intimidating and violent.
ooh.
Okay. He's gonna be away for 10 minutes.
Oh dear.
Internet froze.
Oh my God, really? Okay.
Okay.
I've got this fucking square.
Oh,
Hey,
that wasn't 10 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry.
How dare you come back early?
All right. That was way easier than I thought it would be. Cool. So the last thing I had seen was I saw the DeMarcus Nation look like skippers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? That's a cool. And then did we have
Oh, county prosecutor and the mediator.
oh, Clayton Mathis? Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna do a quick screen share. So we can see all the wonder that is here. All right, so we have got Tracy, our mediator, is an ally with Clayton Mathis, who has skills of leadership, manipulation, and planning, and equipment a broken briefcase. That is the worst. We have DeMarcus Nation, a bouncer. Skills are empathy, intimidation, and violence. Oh my goodness, he's got brass knuckles and a chain.
Yeah.
Delightful. What is the deal with Skipper and DeMarcus?
I think over the I think we might have known each other before this all got started. I think I might have done a little volunteer work in the neighborhood where he's from. And you know, my guess is that it was probably a thing of he's not a terrible person. I mean, he's a bouncer. It's not like he's a criminal. And he's probably a pretty decent guy. And he saw that I was there trying to help, and he's wanting to help as well. And we formed up kind of a thing of, you going around in bad neighborhoods could get you beat up. Hey, let me walk around here with you a little bit.
All right, I like it. You guys know each other since high school, then?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, cool. I'm just doing a little bit of adjustment so those numbers line back up again. Yeah, so Rolf, of these four who are following you, Virginia, Travis, and Ryan, who's the most engaged member of your little cult? Like who's like ride or die Rolf?
Hazel. The high school teacher.
Man, I love the way she's like cleaning her glasses. That is simultaneously realistic and terrifying. I don't know why they're terrifying, but textbook. She's a textbook and a whistle.
Have you seen The Bourne Identity when they use the book in a fight? Just saying.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of the clipboard from Young Justice, but okay. All right, and then we have Virginia, the burglar, who's good at bartering, scavenging, and stealth. And then Ryan Hyung, who is great at intimidation, leadership, and violence. Badge, gun, and handcuffs. Holy crap, that is scary. All right. I think that's all of our setup, friends. Let me double check there. Character equipment. Equipment for player characters, survivors is not tracked. You have access to anything that would be reasonable for your characters or the Enclave. Good. All right, we are more than halfway done with our overall playtime, so let's take that break that I had mentioned before. It is 11 till. Let's just chat at the top of the hour, so it'll be a 10-minute break, like I said before, but we're legitimately taking it. We'll see you guys soon, okay?
I don't care what they say. This has been fun setting up. Of course, I love world building, so ha ha.
Okay, Jen, liberals, what? What does the rest of the shirt say? Liberals for gay-based socialism. Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, I've still been enjoying this.
Oh yeah, me too. I know it may not be the best viewing experience for someone who just wants to dip in and learn Zombie World, and for that I apologize, friends. Hope that you check back. As for me editing this, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. I'm not going to set false expectations here. I got a lot going on other than this, so I will not be. I've tried it. It is too much work for my little brain.
Cool. I mean, if you want to see how to play the game, seeing this setup, admittedly, we were probably slower than it would be at a table.
Oh. Yes. And people who are very skilled with Roll20 probably would not have had some of the struggles that we had as well. So there are a couple things to keep in mind. This game uses moves, Powered by the Apocalypse style moves. Instead of rolling dice and adding, your stats are how many cards you are drawing, which is a good thing because you can choose which one of those results you want. The more cards you draw, the better chances you'll get the result that you like. The bite deck happens when you face zombies or when it's specifically called for by a move. The bite deck is never reshuffled, so it is similar to a Jenga deck in that at some point it's gonna fall. Somebody gonna get bit.
There's 12 cards in that deck, by the way.
Yes, there are only 12.
Where do discards when you pick go? To a discard pile?
I think we should do it that way because I was deleting the cards and it does not appear that it's easily redrawn back into the deck. So we will move that into a discard thing. But I don't think it's going to be as bad for the bite and survivor decks because it's not like you're going to hold on to those cards for a significant period of time. So I think we're going to be okay. It's just the past trauma and present cards were a little problematic. Oh, I really wish I was writing all this down because it would be great feedback to provide. But I also think it's limitations in Roll20 versus something that could be fixed in the Zombie World playset. Good. All right. Good. So we've got a number of moves. We have basic moves. We have zombie moves. There is an awesome special move that I adore. I think it's one of the coolest pieces of tech in Zombie World called Make a Plan. And I think that's all that I wanted to go over with before.
It's worth maybe noting on your play sheets. There's a move that you can see that is there's a suffering serious harm, which is kind of like the Powered by Apocalypse games that have that kind of move. But the NPC allies move, this might be worth mentioning.
Oh yes, thank you very much. So Jen has an excellent reading voice. Jen, why don't you read us Suffering Serious Harm?
All right, just a moment. Let me find it on my Zombie World playbooks PDF here so that I can.
Oh, on the
I
PDF?
know it's in the
Good call.
Roll20, but I don't have it at a good reading size.
Understood.
That'll be on the character sheets.
When you suffer serious harm, draw a card from the survivor deck. Draw an additional card for each true statement. The harm is accidental or unintentional. The harm isn't explicitly lethal, such as guns, knives, or grenades. You have cover, body armor, or a bodyguard. On a hit, you'll live. On a triumph card, it's a minor but heroic wound. On an edge, you choose one. It's messy, and you'll die without immediate aid. It's painful. Take -1 ongoing until you get some rest. It's lasting. One of your stats goes down by 1 permanently. On a miss, you're dead. The GM will tell you when.
Wow, that's fascinating. Tyler, if you could read the NPC allies, which is just beneath the Your Allies section of the play sheet.
All right, NPC allies. When you direct your allies to take action, draw 2 cards from the survivor deck. If the action is in line with the ally's skills, draw a +1. If the ally has equipment or useful materials, draw +1. On a triumph, everything goes according to plan. On an edge, the plan works, but the GM chooses one. They suffer a terrible loss. They endure serious harm. They reveal their true nature.
Thank you very much, Tyler. All right. That was useful. Thank you for mentioning reading that aloud. And now I need to reveal a deck called the Time Passes deck. Cool. Here we go. Time passes. So I get to deal one card to myself. And this is our setup for our situation, if I have read correctly. All right. All right. So the Time Passes Fate deck, or Time Passes, or I think it's called something else in the book for people that are cross-referencing with
the relationship and fate card and the time passes are the same card. It just has, you turn it upside down, turn it.
Oh, neat. But they're separated out in Roll20, so that's something to be advised of. Cool. So in the Time Passes, your surroundings spawn opposition. That is probably something I should have had us draw before we took break, but I didn't. And so here we go, friends. You guys are at St. Lazarus. Your surroundings spawn opposition. Let us take a look at our surroundings. We have a bay or harbor and a fortified police station. I wonder which one of the two of those is easier for Rich to draw upon. Cool. So let's do a little bit of get to know you. Rolf, you guys have an entire floor of St. Lazarus that is secure, that is high up enough to where you could potentially access other buildings if need be. It would be dangerous, but it would be a possible egress if someone were brave enough to try to crawl out and along. But it also gives you a little bit of a vantage point. Rolf, where is it that you stay on a particular floor? Are you in a patient's room? Have you pulled out a break room or a storage closet? Where is it that you stay, sleep?
I think I've got one of like the private patient rooms, like, for one person, not a ward. And I think I've like dragged in some stuff from, or had somebody brought in some stuff from one of the break rooms, staff break rooms. So I've got an armchair, and, slightly nicer stuff than the standard patient room.
Cool.
It gives me a good view of over the main road.
Okay. Now, when I think of a layout of a solo patient room in the hospitals that I've seen before, they often will have like a sleeper couch that has a kind of plasticky style covering so that it's easy to clean. If there are biological things that were spilled on it, it wouldn't be nearly as bad to decontaminate. And so you have one of those, and we'll say that. Do you think it has like a pull-out bed type thing, or do you think it's just sleep on the couch as it is?
I think there's like a sofa. There was like somewhere between a bench and a couch, but that got dragged out and replaced with something a bit nicer.
When Hazel attempts to stay in your room with you, how do you handle that? I mean, she is ride or die. She's definite, like, all in. Is that a kind of relationship that you have with your followers?
No, I think no, she's more of a like second in command than that kind of relationship.
So when she comes in and like makes as if she's going to stay the night with you, how do you react to that? Like, how did you react to that last night?
I'm like, look, you know you're the most important person here to me, but that's not what we have. We have something better than that.
We could have both. I mean, who knows if we're going to be around tomorrow or the day after? You're important to me, Rolf. I can make you feel good.
That's not this world.
And so she took you at your gentle refusal. But when you wake in the morning, Hazel's sleeping in the hallway just outside. So we'll jump over to Tracy. Tracy, where is it that you, with your mediator skills and your kick-ass jacket, where have you found a place to stay? What place do you call your own in this floor of the hospital?
I think I probably share a room with a couple of people.
I assume that your Clayton is one of the people that you room with? Or were you thinking other? Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Just probably one of the former nurses and one of the surviving patients. We call that good.
Okay.
I'm not in my room a lot, so it just needs to be a place to sleep and for me to tuck some of my things away.
Let me take a look here. Do you think maybe...
Including a real big case that I keep in the corner. Well, it's not that big, but it's bigger than a backpack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a long, hard case.
Interesting. Okay. Is this a thing you've kept closed, or have any of the roommates here seen you open that thing up?
I've kept it closed.
All right. Cool. Virginia Kemp, do you think she's one of the folks that crashes in your room?
Sure.
All right. Rock on. Good. So when you wake up in the morning, what is your normal routine? Do you have kind of people you check on the ward? Do you just wait for people to come to you? How do you normally deal your morning? Like what do we see you doing?
If bad communication is the hot new trend, people aren't going to come to me. So I go to them. I get cleaned up. I muss my hair the way I like it, get my jacket on, and start making the rounds. I go from floor to floor. Usually my first stop of the day is that sort of coffee shop.
Cool. And then the coffee shop, if I remember, like that was down ground floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you're heading down to ground floor, and we'll pick up with you in just a minute. But the thing that we see before we jump away from you is that the barricades that you guys have set up for the outside, right? Not the interior with the cool little atrium where you have a little bit of greenery, but the outside barricades. You see some movement outside. You guys have not had any zombies at that particular entrance in a while, but we'll cut away before you act on that. And we talk to Skipper. So, Skipper, where is it that you normally stay in the hospital?
I think St. Lazarus, there's where people would pull up for the emergency room, and the ambulance would pull up for there. But we also have kind of an underground parking that the ambulance would come down when it's not an emergency, or would, wait for some call. And so that, we've sealed that off, but I think there's like a resting area, a place to nap, so that when people are coming in for shifts and have that opportunity. And I think I've holed up down there.
Oh, cool. And then what about DeMarcus? Does he stay down there too?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're roommates.
Cool. Have you guys broken open some cars, and that's where you sleep inside the car type deal, or do you think this?
Like I say, I think there was a break area so that the
Okay.
ambulance drivers and everything, and it'd have a couch. It might even have like a cot or two so people could nap in these long shifts.
Oh, hot damn! That sounds pretty good. Yeah. So you guys get up, and DeMarcus is like, "Hey, man, get some coffee. You come with?"
Yeah, sure thing. Might as well.
So as you guys are walking up the concrete from the break room up towards the first level, ground level entrance, he says, "Hey, generator run low on gas. I was thinking, man, maybe we go out. I know how to siphon a car. I figure we could take some equipment. We go out there. We pull some from some of the cars,
yeah,
get some cans. Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah, I think that's because first off, I wouldn't mind. I want us to keep power, but hell, I wouldn't mind getting one of these ambulances running again too. We could armor that thing up.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah,
we need gas. That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I was just talking with Virginia about it. She's real smart.
Well, good. She want to go too?
Yeah.
We should keep it small.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she's got another reason, but it's still a good idea. You know what I mean, man?
Can she handle herself?
Yeah.
All right. If you think she's okay, then I'm good with it. That's fine.
I mean, she's one of Rolf's people.
Yeah, I know.
So it's that whole.
I get a little worried about Jesus freaks when all this shit's going down, and I don't know, Rolf. I just don't completely trust him.
Yeah. You guys come up and push through the fire door, and you see that Tracy is there as well as a few others. Let's say that Travis is down here. Travis Conrad, the pharmacist, is down here with you guys. He is sipping on his coffee. We'll say maybe that earlier this morning, Travis is an early riser. He brought down one of the rain barrels so you guys could mix up. And as he's sitting there, earlier, Tracy, he complained, run out of filters, run out of coffee filters. We're going to have to start reusing these, man. I'm all for recycling, but coffee filters? This car's going to taste like shit soon.
I bet we could do the same thing with some cotton. If there's one thing this place has a lot of, it's clean, uncontaminated bandages.
Just got to cut it up. I should have
gotta
thought
fit
of
it right.
that. Trace. Nice. And that's when you guys see the movement outside, and we have both DeMarcus as well as Skipper come up and enter the scene. And there's a sound of like glass, somebody tapping on the glass with something metal. And yeah, it's not like a routine over and over and over type thing. And then you hear a bullhorn. Hey, we're at the west entrance. You guys come outside. What do you do?
I'll stand up with my coffee and be like, anybody seen Ryan?
Oh, yeah, Travis will say, let me check. I think he was doing something for Rolf.
All right.
I'll be right back. And he sips his coffee and then he takes off at a jog.
I'm going to go say hello and eat a couple bodies. Bueller?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, DeMarcus says, yeah. He checks in with you, though, Skipper.
I'll look and kind of cut a glance over towards Tracy. Yeah, you certainly shouldn't be going alone.
Cool. Is Clayton available for this, or is he up to something else?
NPCs are generally, at least the way I've seen it play, they're generally kind of sort of under your play until the GM steps in with Grist from the Mill. So if you want Clayton available, he's available.
Yeah, I imagine that Clayton's probably like in some kind of conference room, probably chatting with the surgeon guy.
We need to name that surgeon guy.
We do.
Let's.
But yeah, into the west entrance. Because, man, if there's more of that bullhorn shit, some people are still sleeping.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go with Dr. Honecker. I'll put that up in the survivors in a little bit here. So Dr. Honecker is our surgeon. Oh, I'm going to try typing it, but it's going to be terrible, so I'm going to do it anyway because I'm crazy that way. Where is it? Where is it, Dr. Honecker? All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, it actually popped in. Not terrible. Okay, cool. So as you head up, Tracy, with DeMarcus and Skipper alongside, we'll say that coming out of one of the side conference rooms, Clayton will come up and well, we knew at some point they'd need to talk, but I don't like the idea of a bullhorn. You know what happens with big sounds. This is not why we need to keep them quiet. Why are they even doing this? This is stupid.
This is stupid. We'll have biters on our ass any time now.
And so
they must not know there's any other way to get a hold of us, which isn't a shock. It's not like they can call the main desk. Relax a bit, guys. Come on.
Tracy's good at this. Okay, awesome. So yeah, you come up, and as you guys are able to get within visual range, you see that there are 5 of them. They're all wearing flak jackets. A few of them have like rips and tears. They're little battle damage, except for one guy who's wearing a pair of like mirror shades and kind of the Smokey Bear hat a little bit. His flak jacket looks like pristine, and he's a little tall. He's like 6'3", and he has a mustache. So he's obviously in charge because mustache. No, it's not. It's not true. But there's something about him. He's got a shotgun, pump action shotgun. He's like holding it by the haft there, by the stock. Sorry. And he seems to be waiting while the others are milling around. You can immediately sense there's some nerves going on. You can check the girl who she's kind of ripped the sleeves off of her, so you can just see the flak jacket and then her arms. She's got like some kind of military style tattoo. And she's looking around a little nervously, like she evidently maybe didn't agree with the idea of using a bullhorn. Then we cut away from you guys as you approach, and they lock eyes with you, like, oh, okay, somebody to talk to. And Rolf, Travis comes like knocks and then opens your door. Hey, did you hear the bullhorn up here?
I did.
It's a bunch of those police. Where's Ryan?
He should be with he should be getting
Ryan! Hey, Ryan! He's too slow. He's yelling down the hallway. What is Ryan into? Is it something that you're aware of, or something you asked him to do?
I think he still has he hasn't really got rid of a habit, an addiction, and I've told him, I've counseled him on this, but that's where I expect he'll be. If he's not, he should have been outside my door.
Okay, so Ryan has gotten hold of the keys to get into one of the pharmacies. Then maybe he got it from Travis.
I mean, Travis knows not to give him that key.
Oh, Travis knows not to.
Yeah, but
so then he'll yell for Ryan, and then he looks at you. We need him. This is when we actually need him.
I'm gonna go and get him. There's one of those, like a station on this floor, of course. Station. I think I've got a big old thing of keys because, you know, I've got Virginia on my side. I've got a collection of keys, so yeah, I go to the nearest station of medicine and open it up, and
there he is. Yeah, like a station of medicine, like you're saying, it's like a closet, right? He looks up. Hey, Rolf. Starts to stand up a little slowly. There's a girl in here. There's a girl in here with him. Hey, what's up, man?
This is not behavior I was hoping to see again.
No, she hurt herself. Did you, Jules? And the girl looks up. Yeah. Totally. It's not what it looks like, man. It's cool. It's cool. Does this like half smile.
Ryan, tell me the truth right now.
I'll tell you the truth. Give me like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. You're needed. Okay, I feel like I have to get in this. I slap him across the face.
Oh, snap! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, rock on. You're getting in someone's face. When you get in someone's face, draw savagery. On a hit, they have to choose. But we'll go ahead and have you. So I am. How many savagery do you have here?
I think I've got one.
Good. Okay, that's good. So we draw from the survivor deck.
So draw one. So I'll draw.
Oh, I think you can draw. Yeah, if you can draw.
I'll do. I got a miss.
And
what should I do once it's?
Oh, let's just move it. We'll move it over to the side. So
Okay.
Bottom right hand corner there. We'll just drag it there. All right. Cool. Yep. So on a miss, I get a reaction. You slap him across the face. And there's a moment where it looks like he's about to draw his gun. But he stops and he glances over at Jules. And he says, "Motherfucker, I get my 10 minutes now. and then I'll deal with your shit. And he steps back in and he pulls the closet door closed. What do you do?
I don't think this can be. I'm gonna.
Should we cut away?
I kick in the door. And I grab the nearest thing and I just like anything that looks slightly sturdy and just like smack him across the face as he turns around. And
Yeah.
I plan to just turn around and say, "I will see you downstairs."
I think you're turning to violence here, which unfortunately is strong with savagery.
Yeah. Can I just draw again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. It's like you could draw your own card. This makes me happy. Miss. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you grab the first thing that you can find, which is a small fire extinguisher. And you wail on him just one good time. And you're telling him to get down, and he looks, and he falls back into one of the cases, and it breaks, and then he skids down the wall. And he's bleeding a lot, and we will cut away from that. So, Jim may have stepped away. I don't know if she can hear us, because sometimes when she steps away, she can still hear. I don't know if she had to deal with a thing. So we will deal. Cool. All right, we're back.
I'm ready. Sorry.
No problem. So we cut back to you guys, and you've come up. You've locked eyes with the police and the cops from the local police station, and the guy with the sergeant stash. He says, "Open up."
We're here. Good morning. Y'all need a coffee? I offer it like directly to Stash as I step out. Could
Cool.
not be more clearly unarmed.
Nice. So yeah, you step out, and he steps close, and he says, "Listen, how many doctors do you have? We've got a serious issue."
We've only got one doctor worth spit left.
Okay.
If
Well,
you've got somebody badly injured, bring them in. Are they here?
he looks up. He whistles, just like a thing, a whistle, and then you see they are kind of carrying a guy, one arm around another member. The two people who are carrying them are obviously like they don't have flak jackets, they don't have weapons. They look like just survivors pulled into service. And this guy who's in the middle, is older. He's ashen. His right arm is missing and is tourniqueted. And it is bleeding.
I'm going to kind of push past and run straight over towards him and like get up underneath his good side arm and start taking. Hey, let me look.
Cool. So yeah, you move in. The guy winces. If you take the load, then the old man's gonna kind of lean against you. He's maybe 50 years old. Looks like he may have been in good shape earlier in life, and things have just settled a little bit for him. But the fact that he's lost so much blood, he's not good.
Does he look the wound look infected?
Cool. So they've tourniqueted it, but you can tell that it was not taken off cleanly. And Sergeant Stash says, let's get him in. Yeah, let's take care of this guy.
Y'all would fuck this up enough already. Yeah, let's get him in here and try and take care of him.
Yep, you guys coming with?
Oh, if you're asking the cops, they're coming in. Yeah, they're totally coming in.
Yeah.
If you're inviting them in. Cool. So I think we cut back to Rolf, and Travis comes up as you're standing over Ryan's body, and he says, "The cops are inside. Just I'm getting his gun." And he's going to reach over and try to grab Ryan's gun and his gun belt away off of his body. The girl inside, Jules, she is like on the edge of screaming, Rolf.
Julie. I need you to comport yourself. There is a situation outside that is more important right now. Go with Travis. He'll look after you.
You're definitely trying to calm an NPC down.
Yes.
Draw with steel.
Yeah. Do you want to? Is that miss being dropped back into the? I'll put it over here so you can see it now. Well, there's two.
Okay. Let me draw them back in. Like I reshuffle every time. Is that right?
Yeah, with the survivor deck.
Okay. Let me recall those. Recall, and I'll shuffle. All right, go for it.
Yay! 2 misses are back in the deck.
Look at you being all honest.
Steel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's steel. You roll with steel. Draw with steel. Sorry.
I got 2 edges.
Nice.
And a miss, but the edges as well.
Okay, cool. On an edge, you get to pick one. They keep calm for some time. They reveal their true concerns. They don't hold you responsible. What do you choose?
Keep calm for some time.
Nice. So but Travis will get her out of here. But Travis needs a gun, man. I mean, just to have it. But he'll leave you to it. What do you do?
I think I want to fix him up. I want to see if I can heal him.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, there's all those supplies here.
Okay, yeah, you got lots of supplies. You're gonna try to fix him up. Okay, interesting.
Would you say that's if I look over the supplies, would that be like making a plan?
Yeah, I was thinking we were assessing a bad situation, but the results don't seem to work as well as making a plan. So let's have you make a plan. I'm gonna.
Well, I've got something that will let me draw soul for this instead of whatever else is required. If I want
to. You? Huh? Yeah. Do you want to do that? You have a 2 in soul.
But what would because we choose what type of plan this is.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's a plan about taking violent, dangerous, destructive action, savagery, being careful, safe, stealthy, smart, use survival, talking, persuading, manipulating, or lying, use soul.
This
about pushing through, being tough, strong, and implacable, use steel.
I think maybe the survival one.
I was going to say, I think being careful, making sure that you don't make things worse, that you're able to keep him from
smart.
Expiring, and being smart. Yeah. So let's have you draw one of these days. I'll get that word right. Draw with survival.
I would now draw with soul because of this thing.
What's this thing?
You take it'll become more relevant when we take +1 if the plan is supported by plenty of resources and people. I don't think there's any. I've got all these resources right next to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. That feels right.
And I'm basing the plan on accurate current information, which I'm going by the information of I'm a doctor.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. Obviously, Skipper knows, but
How,
you know.
I gotta know how you get along with
Haneker?
Haneker.
Okay. Does Haneker know, or were you a doctor from somewhere else?
Maybe you were visiting, like a consulting.
Yeah, I don't
surgeon
think.
kind of
Yeah, I
thing?
think I was visiting when it all hit, and yeah.
So Haneker has no idea then.
Mm.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, he's always in surgery and then going off golfing and stuff. So
Not used to.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So do I get plus? So I use the stats of who proposed the plan, and that's gonna be 2. Oh, I need to drop these moves cards back, so they go back in the in that deck.
You want me to recall everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's shuffle.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
So I'm gonna get to draw. I think it's gonna be 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think I get. Yeah. I got triumph.
You do not triumph.
I do not triumph.
Okay. On a hit, you arrive in the middle of your plan in decent shape. On an edge, some part of your plan encounters unexpected difficulties or your party splinters, your choice. So with this, the make a plan is you're going to take these supplies and keep him from dying. The good news is that... Oh, there's a really good question. Did you take a stress when you turned to violence? I think... You didn't choose to resist marking stress.
No, I didn't. I didn't get to choose that.
That's right. You missed.
I've got a miss, so I
go ahead and mark that stress. Thank you for that question, Tyler. I missed that. Yeah, there's some collateral damage and everything. I just didn't do the stress piece. Cool. So Ryan doesn't die, but Ryan is going to be not up and running around for quite a while. You know that you need to actually get him into surgery in order to make sure there isn't any lasting damage here. But you've stopped the blood flow, and he will not bleed to death.
Mm. Mm.
I think by this point Hazel's come around.
Yeah.
Did you sent Travis off with Jules?
Yeah.
He's going to try to come back as well. I mean, they're worried about you.
I'm like, Hazel, what was the name that we established for the doctor?
Dr. Haneker.
Hazel. Get him to Haneker.
Yeah. Okay. And Travis will get there, and he's going to grab a gurney.
I start heading downstairs.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like your elevators work, so the gurney's only getting 2 stairs, and then you've got stuff to deal with. So let's cut back to you guys downstairs on the ground floor. You've brought this guy in. Skipper, you're kind of carrying him. I think DeMarcus...
It's also pretty easy to get him a wheelchair by now that he's inside.
Great idea. Yeah, so you move him, transition him to a wheelchair, and I think that... Tracy, we'll probably say that maybe Clayton has volunteered to go try to talk to Haneker. And
they get along a lot better than we do.
I mean, lawyer and a doctor, it's a thing.
I'm going to have gone ahead and as soon as we get him laid down, and I'm taking that bandage off and starting to bark out orders for people to get me stuff to work on it.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that you are asking an NPC for help.
Okay.
So you get to draw soul. On a triumph, they'll do what you want if you give them a bribe or a motive. I think you can understand that. An edge, I'll tell you what they want. I need to draw the cards back in before you draw, though. Let me do that real quick. I should make that a thing. that I reflexively always do. And the deck is now ready to go. Your soul is 3. Oh, you're good at this.
And that's the Fate deck?
The Survivor deck.
Ah, okay.
I can actually hide the Fate deck right now.
Okay, so I'm going to draw 3 cards. And there they are. Oh, no, where are they? Where'd they go?
Should be in your hand.
I can see. Oh, I see them. Okay. Miss Edge. So I'll take the Edge.
Okay, good call. Cool. So on an edge, the GM will tell you what they want. Do it, and they'll return the favor. So you're asking for people to bring you supplies, right?
Yes.
You're kind of taking charge of the situation in order to change the bandage.
Mm-hmm.
So DeMarcus is down here. He's around. The cops are here as well. And I think that the thing you're going to have to promise is that girl with the military tattoo, showing her nice little, like she's a little bit of cut. It's like that little shadow, that shows the cut between the deltoid and the bicep thing going on. She looks at you and she says, "Hey, that's his dad. If he dies, you gotta take care of it. He's not going to let us."
I'll handle it. And hopefully he's not going to die. You should have brought him here sooner.
All right. And they take off to grab you some supplies. Tracy, you see Skipper like jumping into action here. And it looks like he's going to remove this hastily bound tourniquet. It's like a belt and some like an extension cord that they've wrapped around a bunch of times around that arm and the wound. What do you do when Skipper starts trying to remove it?
Skipper, you know what you're doing?
Yeah. I got
Do you
those.
want to have blood on deck first?
What? Do I want to have who?
Replacement blood for what he's been losing?
You see me probably going into this is like an immediate check. I'm really going for the bandage more than the tourniquet. But
okay, I misdescribed it.
Yeah,
My
that's okay.
apologies, though.
Right, but
Okay. Okay.
I'll say it does look like I'm competent.
Yeah, like you have that aura of command, so I'm not like putting nearly as much pressure on these questions as I could.
And I'll motion you over to kind of say, apparently this is Sarge's father.
All right.
Helping him out could make us look a lot better. And I'm wondering, Rich, have I triggered bypass move?
I think it's entirely possible. I don't know what that pass move is.
Right. That's so I'm going to tell you at least the trigger on it here.
Okay.
Have I ignored any other dangers, threats, or concern to save a life in dire need of aid?
I think so.
Okay. Then I will reveal that I'm an EMT.
Wow. What crazy draws you got from the hospital. This is perfect. That is amazing. Cool. All right. So what is the EMT advantage again?
It means that reveal this card, ignore any other dangers. Oh, sorry. Draw a +1 when you perform emergency first aid or medical procedures.
That is exactly what you're doing. So cool. So let's see here. You are, I think you're trying to avert disaster here. Does this feel right to you? Just want to check in. You've got 2 in survival, so you'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Awesome.
Okay. So I go in here. Did you pull back cards or they stay out? Or
I will do that thing. Let me make sure. I did not. Ugh, Rich, get in the habit. Okay.
Is
There we
that
go.
something that you can macro to try and
Probably.
speed shit up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm drawing 2, 3 because I have the +1.
Yep.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck. Let's draw. All right. I've drawn. I go back over to where I am. There I am. And I look at what I got. I got another edge.
Okay.
I've got a miss. An opportunity. What is that? Counts as a triumph if you mark a stress. Otherwise counts as a miss.
Hmm.
And I have an edge. Is edge better than opportunity?
Edge is a 7 to 9. So with an edge, just so you know what you're choosing, on an edge you pull through, but it will cost you. I'll offer you a hard bargain, ugly choice, or Pyrrhic victory.
It's definitely going to be that opportunity then.
Okay, cool. So you're going to mark the stress in order to have a triumph.
Yes.
Sweet. So the triumph is that you're able to, and just so I'm clear, you wanted to make sure and change out the bandages so that it's clean and sterile, and this guy isn't at risk for infection.
Right. And see if there's any way I can get this tourniquet, get him stable to where I can get a tourniquet off of him.
Sweet. So here is what you, being an EMT and having existed here in a while, this is what you realize. You see the telltale signs of the necrosis that you've seen set in on people who have been bitten.
They didn't get his arm off fast enough.
Correct. So you can stop the blood flow. You can heal the body, but he is going to turn.
Okay.
So we cut back out to Tracy. Dr. Haneker comes walking quickly, and he looks around. He looks right at the cops, but he knows you, Tracy. What's gone wrong? What do I need?
Well, these folks here, and I actually turn to Sergeant Stash and I say, by the way, oops, my bad. I'm Tracy. You are...
Officer Simpkins.
This is Officer Simpkins. Officer Simpkins has brought in an older gentleman. Skipper's been working with him, trying to get his bandages cleaned up.
Haneker's okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me get to work.
Cool. Thank you.
And he will walk past you. Yeah, I mean, it's this thing. This is one thing. I don't think you necessarily have to ask for help. But Tracy, you see, he sees what Skipper's doing, and he's like, "What in the hell are you doing?"
I'm stabilizing this gentleman, Doctor.
Cool. And he's gonna rattle off a couple of like medical things, like he's checking you. You've revealed your past, so you can easily throw down with this if you want.
And is he getting closer? Is he coming down to where?
Yeah, he's moving in. Like he's moved into the we'll say this is in the conference room.
Okay.
Right.
That I'll rattle off my answers, and as I do, I'm trying as subtly as possible to make a motion down towards where I can see that he's got the infection. And I'll give a meaningful look to this doctor, like, keep your mouth shut.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so I think you're going to have to calm him down.
Okay.
The moment he realizes that this is a ticking time bomb on this table. So when you try to calm an NPC down with logic or reason, draw steel. So he gets it. And then he was like, this is a waste of time.
We need him stable so they can take him back to their place, and we're not the reason this happened.
Yeah, let's see if you can calm him down, because he wants to just up and get out of here.
All right.
Oh, let me make sure. I don't think I have, because I don't have that muscle memory yet in my brain. There we go. You're ready to go. You are drawing on calm an NPC down, drawing with steel. And I'm about to bring Rolf into this mess.
Cool. So I'm rolling with pulling with steel. So I have 2. I draw survivor. I draw 2. Boom, boom, and I got a miss and another opportunity.
Ooh, you gonna mark some more stress?
I will mark some more stress.
Look at you! I love it. All the stress.
Mhm.
Cool. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to recall all. That's the wrong deck. Damn it. Okay. Recall and shuffle.
By the way, I feel it might be worth mentioning the fact that if you want to help or interfere with somebody, you draw with the amount of face-up cards that person has.
Thank you for pointing that
Which
out.
is
I
one of the
should
reasons
have.
why some stuff is face down.
That is really neat. The number of face-up cards of the person you're helping,
or interfering with.
not the person who's doing the helping or interfering, but the subject of who is receiving help or interfere.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
Clever, yeah.
Like
equal to their face-up identity cards of the person.
Because you know more about them, it's easier to help them
Uh-huh.
or manipulate them.
So that's the positive and negative of having more cards revealed.
All right, cool. So, with that opportunity, he is going to get to work, and the two of you can start. You're going to need some supplies, but the two of you working together can staunch the blood flow, get this guy stabilized. You're going to need to get some plasma in him, that kind of thing. Outside, Tracy, these cops are all like, some of them are nervous. Sergeant Stash is the one who seems intense, but not incredibly worried. But the girl with the military tattoo, I'm thinking it's like a death from above style tattoo. She's the one who seems the most like not cool with what is going on here right now. Is there anything that you're doing to try to keep? Well, anything you're doing? Like there are a lot of things you can do here. What are you doing?
So I'll just be like, hey, we haven't been in contact for a long time. Anybody been in this hospital before? Raise your hands.
Oh, yeah. We'll say of the 5 of them, 6 with the person that brought the father in. We'll say all but the person who brought the father in have been here before at some point. And the girl with the death from above tattoo, she says, my dad died here. Before.
Okay. Yeah. We're keeping this running as best we can. Like I said, we've got the one doctor. We have Skipper. We have one nurse sort of left over, and then it's the rest of us. But we've got the atrium secured. We've got a couple floors of rooms. There was a bit of noise outside earlier. We don't know if that's going to attract any biters. If it did, you guys are welcome to stay here overnight, because we're not interested in watching other survivors die. In the future, maybe we should work out some kind of radio protocol. We unfortunately don't have any radios.
That's when Simpkins will just jump in and say, we'll see how you do with my dad. Maybe we can lend you a radio. It's not a half bad idea. You guys have a pretty good setup in here. Congratulations for being so resourceful. Then the door to the stairs opens up, and then we'll say that Rolf, you come down, but Hazel is pushing the wheelchair. You found out that Dr. Haneker has come downstairs. He's evidently doing something with the cops, and you get a chance. I see here in the chat. I'm sorry, I need to hit Like you want to try to assess a bad situation. An excellent call. Why don't you do that? Draw with steel. I've already done the thing.
You've done the thing?
I did
you've
the
done
thing, guys.
Oh.
I'm proud of me. I just want to point it out.
Yeah, just checking. Oh, steel, good. Yeah. I'm going to use my opportunity.
Ooh, all the stress. I love it.
There we go.
Okay, on a triumph, you get to ask 2 questions.
Yeah, so I think I'm like asking, like whispering to some of the other people who are milling around, watching, in the corridor and who are nearby, asking like what's been happening.
Yeah, we'll say that Hazel's kind of pushing Ryan towards the doctors, and you can use that as an easy distraction to get a read on people as well, if that's okay.
Yeah. What here is the biggest threat to the Enclave?
You can tell from the way that Simpkins is sizing this place up that he sees it as a potential asset to control.
Okay. Who here is most vulnerable to me?
I'm going to say that one of the officers is wearing, like he's wearing a flak jacket just like the others, but you see he's from the exact same police department as Ryan, and Ryan maybe mentioned him a couple times. Like the 2 of them have seen each other, but they just kind of keep it on the down low. And Ryan maybe's informed you that, hey, this guy Keith, he's a pretty good guy. He's a good guy. I think we should recruit him. Maybe is what Ryan thinks.
I glance, kind of give Tracy a look, kind of just of worry as I kind of come into this situation. Not really engaging in the conversation just yet, but just...
Yeah. I invite the visiting officers to help themselves to some coffee and go and see what Rolf has to say. Yo, you look like you swallowed a toad, man. What's going on?
Problem with Ryan, but looks like you've got a problem here.
All right, Ryan's not going to show up. That's fine.
I kind of look behind me, and you see that there is, within a stretcher or in a wheelchair, or what do you think, Rich?
I think wheelchair.
Yeah, there's a Ryan in a wheelchair getting wheeled towards that conference room where they've set up with Hanukkah.
What the fuck happened to him?
He was in the pharmacy game.
That usually doesn't put somebody like him in a wheelchair, dude. Don't treat me like I'm an idiot, okay?
There are consequences for actions. If he kept doing that, he's a danger. Maybe this time he'll learn. I didn't want to do it.
You just did it.
It's been done.
Whatever, Rolf. We need to keep these cops from eating our fucking breakfast.
You think that's the worst outcome here?
No, I think the worst outcome is that the guy that they brought in dies, and Sergeant Stash over there fucking shoots some of us because of it. Just to make himself feel better in his warm little fascist cockles.
Well, we're on the same page then.
Okay, good. I'm making nice with them because, frankly, they could be useful. And because they came here without taking a hostage or shooting somebody outright or otherwise being shits, so they get a chance.
The one in the back. Ryan, one of the cops.
Oh, the young guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
I think I've got in with him. I can at least figure out what's going on.
All right, work on him. Then there's the girl with the nice arms. I think I'm going to work on her.
Sure.
Maybe I'll have Clayton talk with Sergeant Stash a bit more. See what he can find out.
If there's anyone who can keep somebody busy, it's Clayton.
Yep. Surreptitiously, I check Rolf to see if he's strapped.
Is he strapped?
Yeah, I think I would have taken the gun.
Okay, so he's not strapped. Rolf is strapped.
Rolf,
Ryan is not strapped.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, did I
Ryan
say Ryan accidentally?
I think you said Ryan and I heard Rolf, or you said Rolf and I heard Ryan.
I think I heard Rolf, so I don't know
Okay.
what was said.
Okay, well.
Ryan has no gun. I have a gun.
Okay. And I just lean in and say a bit more quietly. If I can spot your gun, cops can spot your gun. So either make it more overt or less overt. But make your choice and stand behind it. And then I'll just move away because I don't need to hear what Rolf does with this.
I walk away, but I have my hand on the butt, not just resting casually, but obviously I'm making a statement with that.
Cool. During this conversation, of course, Keith is going to recognize his friend, and his friend's been hurt real bad, and so that's a thing that's happening. He's going over, he's questioning Hazel, what happened, and she's evasive. We cut into the conference room where you have the body of Mr. Simpkins, unconscious. He's stable, but critical.
Is it just me and the doc?
It's just you and the doc right this moment, yeah. And he looks at you and he says, looks like we got another one. What the hell? Is that Ryan?
What now? Who's he pointing at?
And he points and you look through the slatted kind of one of those little like the blinds, right? There's the word.
Yeah.
Slatted blinds, and you see Hazel pushing in a wheelchair Ryan.
Oh shit. And he looks
he's got blood all over his head. Yeah.
I'm gonna looking over to him, I look at the doc, I'm like, how long you figured this guy's got before he's gonna turn?
He's not dead. They need to die before they turn, right? I mean,
right.
It's not like I have a fucking handbook.
Well,
but I mean, I don't know. Let's just get him out of here as soon as possible.
So we think it's better to send him back and not tell him. I mean, he's gonna I know. I'm sorry, Doctor. Yeah, let's. He's gonna be okay.
You should tell them, Skippy. You're better with people. You should tell them. You should wait till they're nearly gone and then just give them the heads up.
You're
right.
right. You're right. You're absolutely right, Doc. You handle Ryan. Let me go talk to somebody, and we'll decide what to do. But you're right, Doc. I'll handle it.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So I think. What do you guys think about? Like, is this the point where we want to break for this session? I think it's a good kind of cliffhangery moment. We've got a lot on the table. It's also a great opportunity to introduce a new survivor into the mix.
Don't want me to cliffhanger with me telling the two of them he's zombie, or you want to wait on?
Oh no, I want that. I want Jan to be able to watch you do that, bro.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, because I think there's a few things that will probably occur before they're actually convinced to leave, and I'm not entirely sure Simpkins is going to want his very hurt dad to go to a police department. So I think that them exiting is not a foregone conclusion. Cool. So I think we know most of our thorns, but I'm gonna unshare. Stop screen. Cool. But I do want to have a brief conversation with you guys, feedback, that kind of thing. My thoughts are Roll20 was really clunky in the setup, but once we got into the actual play, the game, I felt like just drawing cards isn't that bad. I think I'm going to not really use the Enclave for population thing. Probably going to create a table within the handouts in order to keep and track our NPCs. So I'll have that updated between sessions. I'll add Keith, the Officer Keith, Officer Simpkins, his father, Death from Above, Tattoo Girl, who I'm thinking like
Julie.
My first, Jules. Yes, thank you, Julie. And yeah, thank you. And I'll have all those NPCs added in so that we're aware of them, and we'll. I think that'll be an easier way for us to just kind of keep track of that stuff. Yeah. Other than all these decks and moving stuff and the snap to grid, were there any other thorns that you guys had from today's session?
Just I mean, I think it would, just it being Roll20, it takes more time, even without the kind of. Yeah. I think that's my only big thing, what you said. It's just.
I'd say
it's a bit of a fuss.
It is also, it was us as well as the game. We had our own troubles getting things together too.
Right. That's very fair, Tyler. I think that second time around, this would go a bit faster. I think there's a certain hurdle that everyone will have to cross, but my unfamiliarity with aspects of Roll20, like specifically the snap to grade, caused a lot of heartache for me. Once we figure past that, that's going to be cool. Somebody doodled something cool, by the way, down here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I fucked around and made a map.
That's so great. That's the bay, and there's our little. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
No.
Cool. Any other?
PKG means parking, and I can't put it over the. Oh well, that's sort of. There's a parking ramp.
Yeah.
That the hospital used to use.
Cool. Good work.
Nice.
Cool. So, what roses did you guys have from today's session?
I descended into violence very quickly due to misses.
That is definitely a rose. I can't believe you wailed on Ryan. Oh man, that was good.
I can't believe you did it twice.
Well, I slapped him. That's not wailing. That's just like, come on, get to your senses.
That's the reaction of like, no. I'm going to get high and have sex with this girl while all of the things are going terrible. I'm closing the door now. Oh, now you get hurt real bad. I thought Ryan's reaction was reasonable. In a short-sighted, selfish, thuggish kind of way. Awesome. What other Jen, what kind of roses did you have from today's session?
I think everybody settled into their characters really quickly, actually. I think that the past and present tension really gives you a really good idea, and trauma, just drawing those 3 cards, you have a nice idea usually of who you're playing as soon as you've decided on what you decide on.
Tyler, what about you?
I'll echo what Jen said there about character. It felt really natural to get into these characters. It was fun, and there was a lot to build on. I also thought when we went to moves, I thought the cards produce a certain amount of tension that dice don't exactly. I mean, there's a little bit of a fear drawing those cards, and
when you're drawing one card, it's
Yeah, no, that's tense. I also like the opportunity.
Yeah, that is a thing. That's some tech I'd like to see. That's a kind of tech that I could see built into existing PBTA structures in an interesting way. Like, yeah. Like on a 7 to 8, it's just a mix, but on a 9, if you can't get help from somebody, maybe you mark blah and you can push it up to a 10 kind of deal. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just seeing things push it. I think we've done a good job making this enclave feel lived in. I wouldn't say that the enclave feels alive yet, but St. Lazarus certainly has it has a strong foundation.
And I think the game gets across what it's trying to do real well with how it's set up. It's a Walking Dead, a cinematic feel to this game. We immediately fall into drama. And again, it wasn't because we had an ass load of zombies charging at us. It was very personal drama. And I think that's cool. That seems what it wants to push.
Yeah, I agree.
And I like the just the really big tension to quite quiet situation. There's, you didn't need to spell it out to kind of like, okay, yeah, how bad this can be of a situation. Like the guy doesn't need to. Was it Sergeant Stash?
Yeah.
Didn't have to come in and start throwing his weight around, particularly to make it tense.
To just be a clear threat to us, yeah.
Yeah, it just has to be an outsider with guns to back up what they want.
And he played the old authority well, and it was neat to see how we reacted to that. That's cool.
Good. I appreciate that. I was like, how far do I want to push this guy? And I was glad that he was enough of a threat without him having to just walk in and immediately, literally threaten people. It's not all people are that obvious about being bad guys. Yeah, awesome. This was really fun. Thank you guys for putting up with my stumbling and fumbling, my lack of recalling and shuffling decks. I'm really excited to bring Jan in next time that we meet and play, and we'll pick right back up from where we ended. I will end the broadcast here. For anyone that watched, if you have any specific questions or complaints, feel free. I will listen to them. I understand Roll20 and me, not a perfect match, but we improved second half once the game started. I thought we did pretty well. So thank you guys so much, and we'll end the broadcast here.